Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today is the first video of my beginners braiding series. Today we are focusing on the Boho Knotless Braids, and I'm going to show you everything you need to know as a beginner. We're going to go over how to start the braid and how to add in the curly hair, and also how to end the braids. The curly hair that I'm using today is from YWigs. I got 4 bundles of their Burmese water wave hair, 2 20-inch bundles, and 2 24-inch bundles. This hair, super pretty, super great quality, and they're actually having a big spring sale right now, so y'all should click the link in my bio and check them out. What you see now is after I had washed and let the hair air dry. I will always recommend human hair for this style because this style is a very tedious style. It takes a long time. People pay a lot of money. So why not use human hair and make it last? Because that synthetic hair is not gonna last, girl. So let's get straight into it. The first thing you see me doing is separating out the bulk hair. I usually like to brush the root of it first just to kind of get it fluffed out. And then I'll take little pieces and just separate them out onto my thread holder. So there's 2 methods you can do. You can do that, or you can take the entire bundle and just put it up there and grab pieces. I actually prefer the first method where you break down into small pieces because it's a lot easier for you to grab. When using the other method, sometimes you will see this happen where the hair kind of gets all tangled up, mixed up, pieces fall off. It kind of messes up the flow for you to have to keep correcting that. So honestly, I would just go ahead and prefer putting it in small sections ahead of time, preferably before your client arrives. When starting out the boho braid, you are going to treat it as if it's a knotless braid. You're going to do the same process. You're going to add a little bit of product on there and separate the section into 3 equal parts. Once you have the hair broken down into 3 even sections, you are going to cross over and grab 1, 2, and this is where I'll go ahead and add in my first piece of curly hair. So when I'm adding it in, I always make sure the longer piece is on the top of my finger. So as you see, I have the long piece sitting above the top of my pointer finger, and that short piece is between my pointer and my thumb. So from there, I'll take the long piece and I will move it out of the way so that as I braid down, it doesn't get in the way. So I'm crossing back over 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm adding in my braiding hair right here, the same exact way. And I will just keep on braiding as if you're doing a knotless braid. This is another piece of the braiding hair. And another piece of the braiding hair. So at this point, I'm flipping my fingers around and I'm going to continue to braid down as if I was doing a knotless braid. And I will gradually add in more pieces of the curly hair. So when I'm adding it in, once I get down here, this is how I do that. And I do not leave a piece out when I'm doing that. I only leave a piece out in the very first piece. I'm going to braid this in as if I was braiding in a piece of braiding hair. And then I'll normally cross over 6 times and then pull out a piece of the curly hair like that, the long piece. And there I go again, just continuing to braid down. How often you add the curly pieces is completely up to you. It just really depends on the look you're going for. So yeah, you'll see me do this again. I'm adding it in just as if I was adding in braiding hair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm grabbing that long piece of curly hair and I'm getting it out of the way. Once I get down to the end of the braid, I add that curly piece in there just as if I was doing it with the braiding hair, and I braid down as far as I can and take a very skinny piece of the braiding hair and wrap it around and seal it with nail glue. As you see, I cut the little extra tip of the braiding hair off because you don't want braiding hair mixed in with that curly hair at the bottom. Okay, this time I'm going to do a different method for those of you who want like a fuller boho look. Basically do the same thing and cross over 1, 2. I'll add in the curly piece with the longest piece on the top of my pointer finger and the shorter piece between my pointer and thumb. Move that curly piece out of the way, keep on braiding. But when I cross over, I'm going to add another piece of curly hair to this side in the same way. Short piece between my fingers, long piece on top. And then I will continue braiding just as I did on the braid before and as if I was doing just a regular knotless braid. But as you see, there's 2 curly pieces sticking out from the top as opposed to 1. So this just gives it a fuller look. It's really all about the preference of your client or your personal preference, what you like. So now I'm going to chill for a second and just let you guys watch, and I'm going to come back with more tips in a second. Okay, so I see people online complain about their curly pieces coming out or a lot of shedding. This method that I'm showing you guys is basically shed proof. Like, I mean, you might get a strand here and there, but the shedding really depends on the installation. And with this installation, as you see, these pieces are in there because we're braiding them in. Now, this is what not to do. If you just grab it and have this piece hanging and continue braiding with just that one strand, that piece is gonna come right out. Like, with all the manipulation and maintenance, the curly pieces will 100% start coming out. So that's why it's important for you to take both pieces, braid them down a little bit, and then take out the curly piece. You see how easy that was to take out. All right, you guys. If you have any more questions when it comes to boho braids or any other type of braids, please comment down below and let me know what you want to see next. I really have a lot of ideas for this beginner series. I just want to take everything back to the basics. So whatever you're having trouble with, whatever you want to learn how to do, make sure you comment below and make sure y'all check out YWigs. The link is in the description. They're having a huge sale right now. Their human hair is super affordable and they have a lot of different textures. Go ahead and check them out and let me know how you like them. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.